Lights, camera, and action, Kimberly and Ron Olson.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to today's Wake Up Homeschool Parents session that we're enjoying with you today. And we wanted to let you know that we're not coming to you from a bathroom stall. Our partners in crime here told us we looked like we were in the bathroom stall. We actually aren't home. We are out and about. Last week, we talked about enjoying places in our local area. And so we've known about this. It's a mineral hot springs, and we came over and enjoyed the natural beauty and waters over here. And so today we are bringing our homeschool hangout to you from a truck stop that's nearby there. We're in the back of the Subway shop, and so we're coming to you live today from, where are we?
Tonopah. Yep.
Tonopah, Arizona.
Probably about the only place with Wi-Fi access in probably 30 or 40 miles. So
that's where we're at today. And we also have joining us today, she's not new to us, but she's new to the Wake Up Homeschool Parents Hangout. And so we're going to turn the time over to the lovely Carol Willis, who's joining us today. And so she can share a little bit about her family and where she's coming from, and then we'll have after that.
Thank you. I'm Carol Willis, and my husband and I we are kind of like Kimberly and Ron. We work from home. We keep our own schedule. We've got freedom with our time, and so we just kind of do what we do whenever we feel like doing it too. And we have one homeschooler. Our daughter is 12, and she is ready for the 7th grade. We're finished up for the year. And we also have a public school student. So our son is in public school, in high school. So we're kind of if you want to call it a mixed family. Different choices work for each kid. And so we are not a one-size-fits-all family. We just look for what fits for each child, and so that's what we do. And our homeschooling approach is not your traditional homeschooling approach either. We are an e-academy family, so we're an online family. We work with the local school district here in town to provide our daughter's education, and that has worked out perfectly for us. So that's a little bit about us. We have been in online networking since 2009, so about 5 years. So that's what we do, and I'm so excited to be a part of this group. I love Kimberly and Lena, and I love Wake Up Now, and I'm just meeting Ron for the first time, so but we want to welcome all of you guys here, and we've got a great hour in store for you.
We can't hear you, Kimberly. Did you mute yourself again? You're so funny. Oh, Lord have mercy, Kimberly. Well, let's see. Hopefully she'll get herself unmuted. Well, I'm Zabelina Vargas, and yeah, I have been on here with my friend Kimberly and also the beautiful Carol Willis, and we've done this before together. And you know, well, I unschool. I unschool. I have 3 kids, and we have a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old and also an 11-year-old. So just like Carol was saying, every kid is different. You know, unschooling is not necessarily just kind of like ditch the books and stuff like that. It's just a different way of learning. We have been, well, I have actually been doing network marketing now for about maybe a total of 2 years, and finally now with Wake Up Now, I'm finally seeing results. So I'm really excited to be here with you guys. I really appreciate you guys being here and taking the time to listen. Today's topic is so awesome because people are just like, they always ask, how the heck do these kids socialize, you know? And it's funny because when you meet our children And if we don't tell you that they're homeschooled or unschooled, or they, we take part in unconventional schooling, you would never know. I mean, you would know that they are different because they do talk, and they talk a lot, and they're not afraid to talk. So that's kind of like one of the exciting things about socialization when it comes to schooling and unschooling. I think we hear you now, Kimberly. What happened?
I don't know. Sometimes when I mute my microphone, it doesn't
Chrome doesn't
act
respond.
like it's muted, and then I don't know if it's muted, and it's just being all crazy. But, so can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. So you did great jumping right into our topic today and the socialization, and it's so important to be able to kind of dispel some of the myths, if you will, because we get that. We've got it from the time we did virtual schooling. Like we've mentioned before, we have 4 kids, and we did virtual schooling for most of that time for the last 6 years, and just recently started unschooling. And we do love more of the freedom to actually get out and socialize more now that we're unschooling, but there's opportunities. Everywhere you look around, there's opportunities for your children to get socialization. And I think it's awesome because our kids are actually, they're actually probably more socially capable, I don't know what the right word is, than a lot of kids that I meet. Our kids can interact with all different age groups, from senior citizens to regular, middle-aged adults, young adults, children. It doesn't matter to them what age they are. They socialize perfectly with all different age groups. And so it's been, it's been awesome to be able to have that interaction. And I'm just double checking because now it says my microphone is muted again. So can you still hear me?
Yeah, you're good, Mama. You're good. You're good to go. We hear you.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'll let you know. If I can't hear you, then that's when I'll start butting in and I'll start just rambling on and just talking about just random stuff. No, I'm just playing. No, but we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, last time, like we mentioned before, we talked about finding how easy it is to find places in your local area that you can go to, and we actually there's groups on Facebook, there's groups on Meetup.com, on Yahoo, all different places that you can find where you can actually find other people that homeschool and unschool, and they're always doing something. In fact, we could probably do something every day of the week if we want. If we really wanted to be that social, we could actually get out and do that. There's so many things that are available when you choose to school your children and educate your children from home, or however you're the road,
Lifestyle,
whatever,
however,
yeah, right. And like last week, we took our kids to art in the park, and it was an amazing day. It was low 90s here in Arizona, but out by this little lake is a park, and they're making texture collages, and so it was just awesome to see their creativity. And there was probably 25 kids there, and so plus the parents, and so there's that interaction and all of the ability that they have to meet new people. In fact, that's something different too, because regular, I would say, public school children, they see the same people pretty much all the time. I mean, granted, there's new students that move in and things like that, but mostly their circle is the same. But with unschool and homeschool kids, we get out and we see different people all the time, right? Mm-hmm. So they have to learn how to engage in conversations with people they've never met before. So to me, their social skills are actually probably on a higher level because of that, because they're constantly meeting new people, and they're constantly having to learn to build relationships with people.
It's also, I think, because we work from home as well, and so we travel a lot, and like Kimberly said, they're in around people of all different ages, and so they've had to learn how to kind of communicate with them, and I think their socialization is right up to par with anybody else. Even though there are people comment saying how well behaved our children are, sometimes that's questionable to us, but around other people, that's obviously what we want is we want them to make sure that they're okay and be around other people
and respect
other people. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So those are ideas that we do. I mean, we find, especially Facebook, has been really my main source of where I find activities to go to, and there's just so many people that are so willing. Like that art in the park last week. It was $3 per kid, but she brought everything. We tried to help clean up. She's like, oh no, I'll get it. So, she did everything. And there's so many people that are willing to do that. I've done where I've hosted some things in the past too, and it's a great. The parents kind of swap out, and we do different things, and there's different activities that are available. So I want to hear, though, other things. I know Carol, her daughter, does some awesome stuff with cake decorating and stuff. So I'll let you talk about that, Carol, and how to maybe tap into the talents of your kid too, of your children, in what you do with them in their socialization.
Okay, yeah, we do a variety of things. Some things that we find on our own, like the cake decorating class. My daughter loves to bake and decorate cakes, and there is a cake shop here in town that has been offering classes, and so she's in the middle of the 4th class, which is the last class. Well, she just happens to be the youngest one in her class, so she is interacting with women that are in their 20s on up to, I believe there have been some women up in their 50s. So she's getting a good range of age groups that she's interacting with, and her instructor, every time I go to pick her up, she's such a joy. She gets along so well with everyone. We don't even think she's 12. We forget that she's just 12. So she has developed some really good social skills. And some of that comes from, we've been in the pastorate. We're not right now, but in the past we've been in the pastorate. We spent that's basically almost all she remembers from the time she was born up until the past couple of years. So she's had that church interaction of dealing with all kinds of ages at church and being the pastor's family and, being in the middle of everything. And so she had a pretty good head start. And we also public schooled up until her 5th grade year. So she kind of had that head start as well. And she is by nature a very social person. She walks into a room and doesn't see a room full of strangers. She sees a room full of new friends. So that's her bent anyway, so it makes it easier for her. So, we do things like the cake decorating class. She's very involved in her youth group. She is just starting to babysit. So she's learning how to work with young kids and how to be in charge and be responsible for the younger, which I think is a very important aspect of socialization as well. And then our school that we're involved with plans tons of activities. We have a geocaching club where they go and use coordinates on GPS to find caches or treasures. They spend a couple hours outside doing that, and they're working together. They pair the older kids up with the younger kids. So again, she's not just seeing the same age group all the time. She's getting to influence and interact with the younger kids. We have community service clubs. Our church volunteers and works with the homeless once a month. So she's down there in the middle of that, serving and talking to people. So we have been able just to find a wide variety of things for her to be involved with. And her friends that she's met through our E-Academy, they'll meet and go to the zoo for the day and have a parent that's there at the zoo, and the kids are just wandering, around the zoo on their own, interacting, learning how to do all those things. They spend the night with each other. We just had a couple girls spend the night this weekend. You know, so they're getting all of the different types of interaction. We have a private swim club in our neighborhood that we're a part of. She's on the swim team, so, you know, there's another chance to get, since we don't go to a neighborhood school, there's another opportunity for her to get to know the neighborhood kids, because it's all kids from our neighborhood. So if you're really serious about making sure your kids have the socialization that they need, you can find anything and everything, from the most serious kid who doesn't talk, who doesn't need a lot of friends. Some kids just don't need a lot of friends, don't need a lot of interaction. You can balance it to fit each child. Our daughter, she needs tons of interaction because that's her personality. So we've been able to find a lot of variety through, you know, like Kimberly said, through Facebook, through Google, just typing in a search on Google looking for something, through our church, and through our school program. So, you know, this old, I don't know what you call it, the view that homeschool kids don't have social skills, we have tossed that out the window and proven that our kids do have social skills. They interact with adults on a much deeper level than if we weren't exposing them to so much. So there is something for everyone out there.
For sure, for sure. I agree, Carol. And that's awesome. I love how you bring in the different aspects of the older children and the younger children working together. That's just awesome. All right, Lena, what do you do that keeps your kids socially adept, if you will?
Socially adept. Let me see. I'm laughing because my kids are so. It was like Carol was saying. Every child is different. So how would I say this? You cater to what it is that your child likes, you know what I mean? So, and not only that, like, children, once they know what they like, they're just naturally gonna go for that. You don't even have to, you're just pretty much testing the waters to see, okay, do you like this, do you like that? And a lot of parents think, oh my gosh, you know, you are solely responsible for your child's socialization, as if children don't talk all day long. That's the thing, you know, children talk all day long, you know, and they get in trouble in school for talking. So it's like, these kids find a way, they manage a way to stay social. All right, so what are some of the things? Well, my 16-year-old is a social butterfly. She loves to just, you know, hang out with people. She loves to laugh. I love her to death. So she is one that she's more leaning towards the, okay, well, it's time for me to go into, I don't know, like large social group gatherings. She's not shy. She'll take the bus. She'll take the bus to the mall. She'll get on the subway and go to New York City with a few friends of hers and just hang out there. They go to youth groups on Fridays. So she's not shy at all. She'll talk to anybody and everybody. I love her. So, and my son, he's 14 years old, and he is really big on the, sorry y'all, that's my bird. I got a bird. And he's really loud. I'm sure y'all know about this bird. I might as well have a picture up and say, warning, bird, really loud. So, and he's like this big, and he is so colorful, and he's so cute, but he's the loudest thing in the world. So, yeah. But my son, he is really big into the PlayStation, you know, community, and he'll go on and he'll play with hundreds of people online. So he could be there for 2-3 hours, and he'll sit there and talk to so many people from Europe, people from Canada, people from I don't know where. You know, he's constantly always talking to people all day long, which is really, really cool. And it's like Carol was saying, sometimes you don't have to, he's not a kid that, like he'll go outside and he'll play, and he likes to hang out with his friends and stuff like that, but he has very few friends, which I don't force friends on him, because to be honest with you, he's actually he has discernment. So he can actually meet somebody and say, okay, I don't think I want to hang out with this kid. You know, I really pressed the issue, because I was a little worried at first when we first started the whole unschooling thing. And I was like, son, you really need to get out of the house. You need to hang out with some kids and stuff like that. And he would go to the park, and then he would come back and be like, well, Mom, a lot of the kids there, I mean, I don't know, the conversations that they have, the stuff that they do, a lot of them just smoke and stuff like that. And I don't want to hang out with them. And I'm like, okay, so I didn't know what to do. And I'm sitting here thinking, I am so worried for my son. He is going to become antisocial and awkward. But you know what? I left it alone. And he is just, he's a great kid. When you talk to my son, there are people who tell me, my God, what is it that what do you teach this kid? Because he really holds very good conversations with people and adults and teenagers or whoever he's around. So he's not antisocial and he's not awkward. He's a really cool kid. As a matter of fact, on my Facebook page, I'm interviewing him because he actually wanted to buy a PlayStation game, and at the time I didn't just have $100 just to give him. So I said, hey son, we have some products up there on this shelf. Why don't you go ahead and sell some products? And he's like, all right, Mom. So he grabbed the products, started to walk around the neighborhood, and the neighborhood loves him. They're like, oh my God, who the heck is this kid who, he's going around selling these products? I'm not talking about candy. I'm talking about like products that you would buy in your typical network marketing business. So I had that, and he made money. He bought his game. He has his game. He's a happy camper. So now he knows if he wants to make money, he can. He can just grab whatever the heck it is, and he's not shy. So so that's him. And then my little one, she's 11. She is constantly online as well, talking. She's connected to the unschooling community, the homeschooling community through Facebook. She's got a Kick. She's got all kinds of really cool people to interact with and talk to. Confession time, very, very humbling confession time. We went through a situation not too long ago where we were struggling financially, and we had 2 cars that we were paying a lot of money for, and we were always connected to like either a dance group or the homeschooling groups and stuff like that. So we would do a lot of co-oping and stuff, and we were so busy. We were always busy. It was so much so that it was just like too much for me. I was like, there's so much to do, but what happened is we went through a financial struggle, so our cars were repossessed. And now here we are with no cars, and I worried about that. And I said, well, what's going to happen with my kids? Are they going to be able to do these things? Are they going to be bored their entire lives? But they're not. They're actually okay. And thankfully now with Wake Up Now, I'm making enough residual income to where, yay, I can buy a car now. So we are going to buy a car. And I learned my lesson, buy a car cash, from the financial wellness and stuff like that, and all the things that Wake Up Now does teach you. They're like, buy a cash. If you're getting residuals, save that and buy a little car cash. Don't put in car payments. That's not necessarily the smart way to go. But some people, they don't have any other option but to make car payments. But yeah, so we're home, and we've been home, and we've pretty much been without a car for, I don't know, a few months now. But there's still always something to do. My daughter still takes the train. My friends come pick up the kids. There's children in the neighborhood. They're always playing, always talking. So it's a very peaceful and very enriched environment for my children. I'm not worried about their socialization at all. They're awesome kids. Back to you, Kimberly.
That's awesome. Can you hear us?
Well, I can hear you.
Awesome. Okay. We tried a different mute, but yeah, that's awesome. It's awesome that you can really structure things to your individual child. That's amazing to me, because so many times we get in rigid schedules, and that just, it doesn't work for some kids, and actually a lot of kids.
That's the problem a lot of times, is that I think the smart in a chair at school, they get their work done, and then they get bored, and then they get in trouble, while the other kids that are trying, maybe having some struggles and things like that, children don't learn the same way. And so being able to structure your learning around the child is a huge benefit of what we do.
Yes, for sure. Now, Lena mentioned something awesome, and we've been playing with, I say playing because it's fun. It's actually really fun, with a tool that we have access to that actually helps people to get out of debt faster. And I mean, that's something that most everyone acquires from the time you get your first student loan to your first credit card or first car, whatever the case, or your house, whatever the case may be, there's debt. So we have this software program, and we thought about different ways that we could introduce it to you. There's, we thought about showing it to you ourselves, and then we kind of thought, well, we don't necessarily want our account information out there, so we kiboshed that idea. But we have an awesome team member, business partner that showed us this video just as we were thinking about sharing this. And so we decided we want to play this video for you. And so I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to play this video for you that will show you exactly this program I'm talking about. Hopefully my computer will cooperate. Okay. That's the screen share. Nope. That one. But okay, here we go. All right, Lena, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I could see it.
Okay, awesome. All right, we'll go ahead
Be able to hear it.
and let me know when this starts playing if for some reason you don't hear it. But we'll go ahead and play the video, introduce it to you, and then we'll share our thoughts with you about the program and exactly how awesome it is and how you can get it. So with that, we'll let the show begin.
I'll let you know if we can hear it.
I want to share with you a simple approach that you can use to
Yeah, we
share
can
the
hear it,
power
Kimberly.
of Wake Up Now. One of the biggest benefits of being a part of Wake Up Now is using the tools and services to get out of debt fast. Since most people have debt, this is almost a universal benefit for all members of Wake Up Now. Two of the most valuable things that you possess outside of your family is your time and your money. It's easy to show people how they can get out of debt really fast and how that will help them get more of both of those. What I mean, here's a simple little worksheet that I put together, and what I'm just going to do is walk you through a little details on this, and this is how I could present this to someone else. And if you'd like to share this with somebody, you're certainly welcome to do that. We can put this in a format that you can use. Well, let's see. Here's this person's debts. They have a Visa card with $10,000 balance, 18.7% interest, $197 monthly payment. They're going to pay $9,945 in interest if they do it the credit card's way, and that's going to be 102 payments that they'll have to make before that debt's retired. I'm quickly going through the other ones. A MasterCard with $6,500 of balance and $129 payment, a car loan with an $18,000 balance and a $355 payment, another car loan with a $2,800 balance and a $250 payment, a student loan with $25,000, not uncommon in today's with the cost of education, and a $287 payment. And then finally, everybody's biggest expense, their mortgage, in this example, $200,000 mortgage with an $1,100 monthly payment. Now, what I want to do is I want to show people the power of using Wake Up Now's tools to get them more time and money, the two most valuable things. They look at an example where they use just the income that they currently have. Now, obviously, assuming that they're paying their bills, they're able to meet this obligation. But if they just use the process that Wake Up Now Finance automatically creates for them to pay these debts off in the most efficient way to get to zero debt as fast as possible, look what happens. Down here, the debt's $262,000, total payments $2,318 a month. And you can see that if they stay on the track they're on, this is where it gets really exciting. If they do nothing when you're talking to them, if they do nothing and just stick with the plan, they're going to pay $163,000 of interest before those debts are retired. That's money that'll pass through their hands that they had to work hard and earn that they will not get to keep. And it's going to take them 306 months, almost 30 years, before they'll be out of debt. Now, using just their current income and the power of Wake Up Now Finance to help them organize and prioritize their debts, look what happens. The same debt, the same payment, but now the cost of the interest in paying it off will be $93,000, and the number of payments or the number of months is only 154. They've cut that almost in half, and that's created a savings of $70,000 in interest. Money now that passed through their hands that they get to keep. And in terms of time, 152 months, the payments left, and that equates to 12.7 years, getting out of debt 12.7 years faster than if they did nothing. Now, that's the picture to show the benefit and the power of the tool. But I want to create some excitement around being involved with us, more than just using the tools, being involved in taking this message, this mission, if you will, of helping others get out of debt. So let's make one little twist to this. On this one, I want you to see that we've just added $100. What if they could use the Wake Up Now services to save $100 on the things they're already spending money on? Things like their cell phone bill, the discounts, grocery store, going to the movies, and not to mention the extra discounts that come back to them in the form of tax savings by using the tax bot. But anyway, let's just say it's $100. I think it's a realistic number, and most likely they can do a lot better than that. Now let's look at how the picture changes. By just using that extra $100 to accelerate the process of paying down their debt created by Wake Up Now Finance, they're going to save $77,000 in interest and get out of debt 161 payments sooner, 161 months sooner. That's 13.4 years. Now, what if they could make an extra $500 a month by sharing this powerful tool and opportunity with others on top of the $100 that they're saving on their own expenses? Now, let's look at the numbers. So there's $600, $100 savings, and $500 in income from being involved with Wake Up Now. Now they're going to save $99,000 in interest and be out of debt 194 months faster. That's 16.2 years. Now, in less than half the time, just with an extra $600 a month. Again, by being involved in Wake Up Now, using the services and earning extra income. Now, what if they just went crazy? They got very successful and took really lit a fire and got their business building, and they were able to save and earn a combined $2,000 extra a month than what they're currently doing. Now let's look at what happens. Now they're going to save over $125,000 in interest that they would have paid had they done nothing. And they'll be out of debt 236 months sooner, which equates to almost 20 years. So from 30 years to 20 years, they cut the amount of time simply by making and saving an additional $2,000 a month, something that's very possible and people are doing right now. Now, let's translate that back to Wake Up Now Finance, and let me kind of put that in perspective with another picture. Here's an example taken directly from the Wake Up Now Finance tool. Some of you may have never even seen this because you're new, or you just haven't taken the time to set it up. Well, I hope this will motivate you to do it, because there's a powerful thing that you'll gain from this, and that's a story that you can share with others. Now, here's a very similar situation, not the exact one I just shared with you, but $232,000 of total debt. If they do nothing, they're out of debt in June 2038, 25 years into the future. But if they follow the plan outlined for them automatically using just their current income with Wake Up Now Finance, they'll be out of debt again in 2029. That's 9.4 years faster and an interest savings of $52,000. Now that's not, to me, that's okay to get across the goal line. What can that money, that savings, turn into? Well, here's the power of, I think, a long-term perspective, what this could do. If that money was put to work, earning 8%, the money that they're no longer paying to make their debt payments, that same amount of money, earning just 8%, and they continue to save it, would grow to $293,000 by the time they would just be getting out of debt. Isn't that amazing? So instead of just being that orange line showing just where they're getting out of debt, now we've literally taken it way up from there, not just reaching zero, but now we've been able to grow our money by using the savings from getting out of debt sooner to build a nest egg, if you will, of nearly $300,000. Well, what if it was, again, $600, $200? If we could save $200, this example, on the stuff we already buy, money to accelerate our payoff of debt, we'd be out of debt 11.7 years faster and save $72,000 in interest. Again, this is taken right from Wake Up Now Finance. This is what you and all the people you've introduced this powerful program and opportunity to can see with their own numbers anytime they want. It's powerful when you see that because it motivates you to want to do more because you want that blue line go even faster to get to zero debt so you can start building. Now, what if I put that money to work that I was saving from the time I got debt free in 2026? At 8%, that money could grow to almost $400,000. What if I could save and make $2,000 a month? That last example through a combination of using the services and earning money as a Wake Up Now distributor. And I got out of debt again in May of 2019. That's 19 years later and $126,000 of saved interest that now can go into your pocket. Put that money to work, and it can grow to nearly $1 million by the time you would just be getting out of debt if you did nothing. I think that's a powerful way to show what I believe is one of the biggest benefits of getting involved with Wake Up Now. And you, by using these very same examples, can share that with the people who you've introduced the opportunity to. You know, I believe it'll take most of you a lot longer, several years at least, for you to get out of debt yourself. But you can have a compelling success story to share with anybody you're introducing the Wake Up Now opportunity to almost immediately. Literally the first day that you set up your personal information in Wake Up Now Finance. There's no more powerful way to share the Wake Up Now opportunity than to share your personal success story. You can have a powerful success story of Wake Up Now even before you earn a dime as an IDO. I think that's one of the most amazing things. We can't go out and say we're making $10 or $20 our first day in the business, but we can sure show somebody that we can save tens of thousands of dollars in interest by using the tools and services ourselves. And you'll know those exact numbers for you the very first day you set things up. I don't know if that doesn't motivate you to want to set these things up. I'm disappointed, obviously, but I think you're missing out on a great opportunity. So start using Wake Up Now Finance today so you can create your own personal success story to share with others. I promise it'll be one of the most powerful things to help you build your business. You're going to be amazed at how easy it is to share your story and how well it works to build your business. So I hope that helps you. Good luck in all your business. I hope you get out of debt fast and that story helps you build a great business to accelerate that entire process. This is Ross Jardine. Thanks for joining me, and good luck with all your financial decisions.
All right, awesome. It really, I don't know, wakes me up to possibilities and, you know, exactly what we can do to really help people. That's been something that my husband and I's goal ever since we got started in networking over 15 years ago was to help people to get out of debt, to help people. Very good. Very good. Yeah, we wanted to help people to get out of debt and to have the money to be able to dream again, to travel, to do whatever it is that they want to do. I'm trying to shut my screen share off. But yes, you know, there's some, while this is shutting down, I'll just share with you some of the other ideas that you can, and things you can do with the Wake Up Now finance program. I mean, you can see where your money's going. To me, that's a big thing for starting out, is to see where are you mostly spending your money, and it tracks that for you, and it's got all really cool, you know, bubble graphs, that kind of things that will show you where your money's going, how you're spending your money, what's coming in, where it's coming in from, so you can track your habits. You can track what's, everyone has different spending habits. Everyone has a different budget. Everyone has, how they manage their money. Everything's going to be different. So there's no really one-size-fits-all program. So what the Wake Up Now Finance program allows you to do, though, is to customize that to your individual needs. So what works for you isn't going to work for your brother or sister-in-law, or what works for you is not going to work for your best friend. But you have the ability to have that work, to customize it, and track, like I said, track where things are coming in and where they're going out to. So that, to me, is the biggest thing with the Wake Up Now Finance program. That, and being able, of course, to get out of debt, and then be able to have the money to spend, to save, to spend how you want, to donate to charities, your churches, whatever it is your goals are. But having that wolf not knocking on the door and the phone not ringing off the hook with bill collectors, that's what's going to allow you to be able to dream again and actually be able to make those plans of where you want your money to go to. And that's another aspect, is the ability to set goals about your money within the finance program. So that's another awesome aspect. And Lena, I'm not able to get my screen share off, but do you want to share some of your favorite aspects of our finance program?
Yeah, sure, definitely. You're so funny. I love the freedom lifestyle that you guys live, and the fact that you guys are in a subway, which looks like you're in a bathroom stall. And no, but seriously though, you know what, guys? One of the things about these types of businesses, they're all really wonderful. If you apply the formula, and you get with a really good team who teaches you how to market these types of businesses, and they help you to build your business, it is wonderful. But one of the things that I have noticed, being that I've done the traditional network marketing, meaning I've gone into the hotel meetings and stuff like that, and I've had the actual products in my hand, which when that happens, you have these products in your hands that you're selling for cash. Okay, so then the person takes the product, they buy the product, and then they give you the cash. And guess what happens? You don't really take note of how much money it is that you're making. Okay, so your commission checks are coming in. Let's say, for example, you sell a package that's $1,000 or whatever, and you get, oh wow, a whopping $150 every time you sell that. But you can track that, but you can't really track how much the person is actually buying in terms of products. Okay, so that was actually very difficult. Now with Wake Up Now, and so you're making all this money. My point is, you're making money whether it's in a high ticket item or you're just selling Avon. Here you are, you're making little bits and pieces of money, and you're spending it, and you don't even know where it goes. The whole gist of Wake Up Now was, not only are we going to help you to create a residual income, not this month you made $600 and now next month you got to go ahead and share this opportunity with 5 more people in order for you to make another $600 a month. That's not how it goes. You get 3 people. You share this opportunity to 3 people who want to save money and also learn how to become debt-free, and they also need an extra $600 a month. So you get 3 people, and that's it. You're covered. You're at $100 a month residual income. Once those 3 people get their 3 people that they find that they need, to save money and also to make money and also to get out of debt, which it's not very difficult to find people like that, you're at $600 a month, and so on and so on and so on. Okay, so that's the beauty of this. So the point that I'm trying to make is this: people they make money in these types of businesses, and then they spend it very quickly. Or if not, they just don't know. It's not about how much money you make. It's how much money you get. You know how to manage. That's something that I've had to learn the hard way. You know, my husband has had six-figure for years. He's made over six figures, you know, and we're very lucky. We're very blessed. However, it doesn't matter how much you make if you don't know how to keep it, or if you continue to obtain this lifestyle that is just so expensive. You're not going to have the freedom. So that's what Wake Up Now is all about. They want to provide that for you. They're saying, hey, we're going to teach you how to make money, and also we're going to teach you how to get out of debt. They didn't used to have that. I mean, well, yeah, they actually did. They started off with their financial plan, but now they have the vacation package that you pay $99. And let's say, for example, if you actually fell for that whole, what are those things called? Those timeshares? I know a whole lot of people that fell for the timeshares. I'm not saying they're good, and I'm not saying they're bad, but So you pay $99, and then you get to enjoy this beautiful vacation of 7 days that'll probably cost you $1,500, and they reduce it to, I don't know, $600, $700. Don't quote me on that, but it's there. The links to the videos will be there. You know, you want to buy shoes, you want to buy groceries, you want to save on groceries, you have coupons, you have an app that you get to download to your phone that it's right there, you have TaxBot. There's so many awesome things when it comes to saving money. But not only saving, you're making money as well, and you're helping, you're sharing. See what I'm saying? So that's what I really truly appreciate about this company. It's very humbling, actually. It's very humbling because it touches people in the place where they really need it the most. It's not just, hey, learn how to make an extra $20,000 a month. No, this is, hey guys, we're going to teach you how to create a simple $600 a month income with a very simple team, very simple. And then we're going to teach you what to do with that $600 a month so that you can get out of debt. That to me is like Robin Hood. He's just coming in to saving the day. You know, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm actually very excited because it makes absolutely no sense for you to have $30,000 a month coming in and you're drowning in debt. That it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So yeah, you know, Miss Carol, I'll give you the mic, girl, because you know, I'm probably touching some heartstrings here, because I know that a lot of people are struggling, and I know that a lot of people need to get out of debt, you know, and it's not good. It's not good. So what do you think, Carol?
Yeah, I agree with everything that you said, Lena. You know, there are so many families that are struggling, and there's really no need to. And one of the things that we teach, and we teach our kids, and we teach our teams, is create your own economy. And, you know, by using all of the benefits and the value that we get from Wake Up Now, you are really on your way to creating your own economy and paying off your debt and living really a freedom lifestyle, to where if you want to stay home all day, you know, you're welcome to stay home all day. If you want to go out and explore, you've got the means to go do that. I can't stress it enough. I think you pretty much covered it, Lena, that all of the tools are there in Wake Up Now. The tools are there to help you learn how to create your own economy, learn how to track what goes in and out of your household, of your business, you know, whatever you have. I know my husband and I, we formed a corporation, and so TaxBot is very, very, important to us, because we have a company car. One of our our only car right now we have registered, and it is our company car. So we use TaxBot to track our mileage. When we go to networking lunches, we're traveling for events, we use TaxBot to scan our receipts in, so that as I'm keeping track of everything, we've got backup systems in place. So there are so many ways that you can learn how to manage your money, because if you don't, it's like Lena said, if you don't know how to manage a little bit, you're not going to know how to manage a lot. And that's one of the lessons that we've had to learn in our 25 years of marriage is, and sometimes we're still learning that. You know, you kind of sometimes get off track and you don't have a plan of what you're going to do when your money comes in. Wake Up Now helps you create that plan. So I want to encourage everyone who's kind of sitting out there on the fence, take a very hard look at what we have to offer and just jump in and get back with the person that invited you here and take the plunge. Kimberly?
Exactly. Exactly. Great job, Carol. Yes, it's all about taking action. It really is. You know, we have the ability to educate our kids from home, to work from home, and we have a little green button down below on the page that you're watching right now. And if you want to have more information about either educating your kids or especially working from home, because everyone can use, in today's time, I mean, I know families that are working 2 and 3 jobs, and it breaks my heart because the parents don't see their kids, and they don't get to be there for special events, let alone trying to educate them. So we all know that. We all know people in that situation, and maybe you're in that situation right now. Either you are or you know someone who is, and you know someone who can benefit from having financial management software and being able to add income into their household to get out of debt. So click that link below because it really is transformational. The software that we have, they're affordable. You know, for those of you that are on a tight budget, we save more than we spend every month. I can say that honestly. I can look at you and say that honestly. We save more than we, between TaxBot and the financial management software, between the apps that we use. Now, again, we use the services. We don't just have them and say they're nice and sit them on our virtual shelf. We actually use them. So by using them, we save the money and savings with other people. Now we're making money too. And it's really that simple. I mean, how many times do you go to a movie or you, okay, ladies that are watching, I know you do this. You go to the store and there's some great produce on sale. And what do? You go home and you share it in your little Facebook groups and all that. Hey, there's a great sale on at the store, but the store doesn't pay you any money for that, right? They don't say, oh, thank you for sharing that. We're having that sale, and send in five people down to us. They don't pay you for that. We do. We want you to say, hey, today I saved $5, which we did. So, and I get paid to say that. I get paid to share that. Not my Subway, of course, but I get paid, through my own business. So just change your habits a little bit. Still share. That's all we're doing. We're sharing that we're saving. We're sharing that we're getting out of debt. We're sharing that we have the freedom and the ability to homeschool our kids from home, or unschool or virtual school, whatever. There's all different methods of education, and there's no right or wrong one. It's what fits your family. And so we just share that. We're here sharing that with you today. And perhaps even someone that doesn't homeschool shared this link with you because they know that either you do. And so they shared a link with you, and guess what? That link that they shared with you goes to them, but we're sharing for them on their behalf. So it's so simple because it's not always about what you can do. It's about what our team does together. In fact, it's very much not what you can do. It's what the team does together. And it's so unique and refreshing because that's never been the case in anything I've done before. It's never been about what a whole conglomerate of people does together. It's always been what I learned and what I applied. And I might have been able to pull, to have a couple people that I can help along the way, but not at the scale that we're doing here with Wake Up Now. So, ladies, do you have any parting thoughts before we say goodbye today?
Nope, I think we pretty much covered it all, Kimberly and Carol. This was fun. So
Awesome.
The homeschoolers are not weird, okay?
You wouldn't. How to get along.
You wouldn't even be able to tell that our kids are homeschooled or whatever. You know, you probably wouldn't be wondering if they're actually in private school or something. You know, like what's up with these kids? They talk so much. So yeah, but I just want to say thank you for being here and supporting us. And yeah, like Kimberly was saying, the link is right below. You know, it's pretty much, it's very simple. Just watch the video, see what it is that they have to offer. You know, I know my son is growing out of his shoes now and he needs a new pair of shoes, so I will be going through the Wake Up Now hub and buying a few shoes for him, which is pretty cool. They've got all kinds of stuff, guys. They've got all kinds of awesome things, you know, and not only that, the freedom that we have to be able to be home with our children, and we're making money, and like I said, it's residual, you know. We're here, it's a team, we're here for you, and we're rooting for you, and we're helping you. And not only that, we give you free trainings that people actually, they charge thousands of dollars for. I know, because I've almost paid thousands of dollars for these trainings, and you've got people who are there. You've got Franco, and you've got John Chapman, who they're very dedicated to this team, and they're doing their trainings every week. So if you want to make more than $600 a month, and you want to learn how to just replace your income and be able to be home with your kids, what a blessing. You have that with our team, and that's all a part of this Wake Up Now community. So there's so much more to it, so much more that we don't even have time for, but I just appreciate you guys being here.
Yes, yeah. Carol, would you like to?
I agree with everything that's been said. We have an awesome team. To see how quickly our team has grown, because everyone is working together. It's not, I'm in competition with this person or she's competing with, you know, we're working together to grow each other. And if you're looking for a community and environment that you have support, if you feel like you've been on your own far too long, then come take advantage of the support and the team that we have. Take advantage of the training. There are some very seasoned marketers in this group who have a wealth of knowledge, and they are very free in giving that knowledge out because they want to help you succeed, and we want to help you succeed. So know that you found a home, and know that you have found a team who is going to help you get to the next level.
Very nice, that's for sure. We have a very awesome team that we get to, just a privilege to work with. And I just want, on one final note, because we did talk about money today, there is an income disclaimer as well at the bottom of this page. And just so you know, it is simple, but we do work. You know, we don't just play all the time. We get to, you know, we get to have fun and we get to hang out, but we do work. And so it does take effort to create income in anything that you choose to do. Just be aware of that. And with that, you know, make it a fabulous day, and we'll see you next week. It is Memorial Day weekend, but I am planning, I haven't talked to my fellow partners in crime, but I'm planning on being here next Monday to word out as to our topic and what we're doing for fun next week. So with that, have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.